Hmm. See, the key to making bacon, you look at them religiously. Look at all the pieces of bacon religiously. You just toss them around, throw them cooked. Whether you like them crispy or chewy, you can do both, and it's just absolutely amazing. No idea what I'm doing. Not a clue.
Figured I'd take some time to just say a little bit about myself so you guys get a little bit more knowledge on me. First off, my name is Nick. Um, I, I've been playing drums for about 10 or 11 years, I think. I don't know, since like the 6th grade ish, 5th grade. Been in a few programs in which I've played in live settings. It was really fun. Um, Learned a lot there. That's probably where I had the most of my growth. Um, and then I've played a few gigs with some bands here and there, done some jams. So um, I like getting out there and talking to new people in the music industry. I grew up on classic rock because of my dad, obviously, and it's probably one of the greatest things that he ever did for me. And over the past 3 or 4, 5-ish years, I've started to look more into progressive rock. Some examples are like Yes, Rush, Genesis. A little bit of jazz fusion, thanks to Bill Bruford, who played for Yes when they were good, um, for most of the time when they were good, and King Crimson, and then he did his own thing, and he's an incredible drummer. A little bit of jazz, um, and just I like a lot of jam band type of stuff. It's just a great feeling. You know, you always get something new if you see people jamming live. It's just a different experience. What else do I do? I enjoy going out and doing some adventures. There's a nice state park by where I live, and it's just a beautiful place to go during the summer. Um, Also, when the creek freezes over during the winter, it's a surreal thing. I have two dogs. They're not at this house. They're at my dad's house. I have a golden retriever who's about 8 months old, and German Shepherd, and they're both just absolutely amazing. They're the greatest things. My dad also has a Shih Tzu, but we won't talk about that. I love woodworking. I actually for 2 years I worked with a carpenter. Um, I learned a lot from him and also the many different people that I worked with. Some characters in that job. Learned a lot of life advice from there. It's probably the most important 2 years of my life in terms of um, life knowledge. So, but yeah, I've made some things. Um, Started off in high school, just taking woodshop classes. I tried to make a drum. It didn't work. It was made out of plywood. It was really crappy. So yeah, I'm always up for making something, doing some woodworking, and I'm big into cars. Not too big into cars, but I like looking at sort of the market. I don't care if I'm looking at a 2002 Toyota Corolla or a Pagani Huayra or a freaking Datsun 270Z from 40 years ago. Currently, I still have my first car. Driving a 2006 Mazda 3. Gets the job done. Surprisingly, I can fit all this and some in the car. I mean, you got to be creative, but you can accomplish a lot when you're really focusing. So I don't know. I'm new at this, so sorry if I'm awkward. Sorry if I'm looking all over the place. I really don't like being. I'm not a fan of being filmed, but I also want to be. I want to get myself out there because I feel like I have a lot of opinions that people can appreciate, whether they agree or disagree. Um, and I love just talking with people and discussing things. And just having you know, friendly like arguments about stuff. You know, if you disagree with me on something, then I'll be happy to talk to you about it in a friendly way. My only real objective in this um, for this channel or this series or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's a YouTube channel. I just want to document, you know, my thoughts and what I'm thinking and the stuff that I have, so I can reminisce. You know, I remember looking on the first computer we ever had. It was a Dell from like 2002 or something. Um, I remember just going through all the photo albums of, you know, whatever pictures we had. And there were just like thousands of them. Um, and I haven't seen those in like at least like 15 years because, you know, we got rid of that. So I mean, you could save your pictures as much as you want, but you're always going to forget whenever you upgrade on phones or laptops or whatever you have, and they're all just going to disappear eventually. So, you know, uploading on the internet and putting it on YouTube is something that's a little bit more concrete because you can't really lose the internet. Let's see. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. I am wearing something different because I started editing the day after I took those first videos and realized I didn't have a way of closing it out. So there it is. Yeah. So